Urban-Gro. $5 says this has something to do with pot. Engineering design services company that integrates complex environmental equipment systems to create indoor cultivation facilities for the commercial horticulture market. You know what, horticulture. Close enough. I'm saying I won that bet. Anyway. Oh, what's this? Wait a minute. $50? $74? Wait. Okay, wait a minute. 6 month. Can I see the big chart here? I want to see the big chart. What the hell? Hold on, I want January 1st through February? So, start of the year, trading at $1. Middling. And it looks like it's been like that for most of its existence. Yeah, oh man, I screwed this up. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, middling. And then suddenly a jump. And I wonder why. And I will go look for why in a bit. But then it's kind of like, oh, look at this, blah, 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 blah. And then February 4th. Trading at 18. Actually, that's interesting. It was down that day. Opened at 18, closed at 13. Those people who sold that day to drive that price down, probably kicking themselves the next day. Because what happens? Opens at 19 foot high. Oh my god. Intraday high of $162. 7,399% return from that $1 price back at the start of the year. This is some ridiculous bonkers stuff. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to need to go read about what's going on with this. Well, 178% increase, from what? What are you talking about in this article? What are your reference points? Because this is prior to that jump in February. Companies can and do go bankrupt if you find the right pick. You can make a lot more than 100%. For example, Urban-Gro. In just a single year, it's more than 178. Because it was $1. And at this point, January 29th, it was $15, $12, something like that. That's more than 178. But I don't expect Simpleton and Wall Street to be able to do math. So, over the last 3 months, note that business generally developed over the long term isn't currently profitable. So most analysts would look to revenue growth to get an idea of how fast the underlying business is growing. That would be an interesting metric to look at. Where is that? It's not going to show it to me. I have no chart because Yahoo is dumb. Fast revenue. No, I want revenue growth because that's the critical piece here. Because if revenue growth is good, then that combined with those spikes can tell me it can go higher. But price to It's not... No, these aren't earnings. I want earnings data. Oh, jeez. I'm going to give this a buy, but I'm going to preface it with the fact that with the... Okay. Okay, wait. Oh my god, I'm flustered. Okay, you know what? Hold on, let me phrase it this way. I don't know if I'm going to give this a buy yet, but let me just talk through things first. I want to give this a buy. I want to give this a buy just based on the fact that somebody, at some point in time, because that trade executed and someone agreed to it, that this was worth $162 per share. I know, right, Jesse? Now, that is a justification that I have used for other stocks before. The particular one that comes to mind is... I forget what it's called. I want to say Wunong? I think that was the name of it. It was some kind of online grocery thingamajig in China, and I remember joking about their description a lot. But that was my justification for giving them a buy. That they spiked, they came back down, but just based on the fact that somebody at some time in history decided to buy it for that price, I felt that it was a reasonable buy, and that it could, if it even gets back to a small percentage of that spike, there could potentially be money to be made. Now, me not being able to find out the earnings data is not going to dissuade me from making a buy for that reason. However, it would have allowed me to be more confident in such a call, because I could see that data and I could see that there are fairly significant or even gradual revenue increases over time, and then I would be like, okay, you know what? Yeah, these guys are going to be profitable eventually, if even. So that spike may have been a little premature, but that could potentially become the actual valuation in the future. So that's if I had seen those revenue increases that the one article was talking about. If I had seen no revenue increase, or if I had seen signs that it's not going to be profitable in any way, shape, or form in the near to mid future, then I could say that that price is not justified. It's all hype. It's people buying into the... I know it didn't say it had anything to do with pot in that description, but you know what? If I go to a description for something like Grow Generation that I know Jim Cramer has a I was just about to say something not safe for work. Has a... I'll call it a fancy. Has a fancy for something like Grow Generation. I could probably go on here and look at their description, and you're not going to see anything in there about pot. It's not going to say anything about pot. It's going to say, oh, we deal in hydroponics for various horticultural needs. But it's known as a marijuana-associated stock. And I think this is too, and thus why that spike, or at least part of the reason why that spike happened. So if I go and look at those earnings and say, and find that they're not really increasing all that much, there's no sign of them increasing significantly in the future to the point where they can get to profitability, then I would say that that spike is all hype, particularly all marijuana hype. So I'm still willing to give this a buy. However, I would have liked to see, and again, well, actually, no, this wasn't me spending too much time reading through articles and combing through the details without looking for the bottom line. This was me literally not being able to find out that information in the time allotted. Again, speedruns, but if I had gotten to see that information, and Yahoo wasn't dumb, then I would be a lot more confident in this buy call, or perhaps even be less confident to the point where I would instead perhaps want to give this a hold or a sell. But in light of But in absence of that information, and again, this may just be the consequence of me feeling a little bit more bullish after this past good week. As I mentioned earlier, I can give this a buy. I can see giving this a buy. I know I rambled a bit for there. I hope that all made sense. And if it didn't, I am sorry for wasting your time.